Hi everybody, Stuff and Things back at my local skate park for a few big sessions to start off my summer season. And so to start things off, I'm messing around with backside 180s because it's one of my favorite tricks and I wanted to get it in a couple of different places to get used to the skate park again. I got it off the mani pad. I got it up the side of the mani pad there. That was kind of fun. Nice little two-piece there. And we got to get one on the hip too, along with a half cab because I really like this hip ever since I started trying to do tricks on the hip. This is a really good one. And a lot of this video is going to be about balance, but balance how? In manuals? Well, yes, because this mani pad is fantastic and I'm going to do a lot of manuals, but also balance in what I'm doing on a skateboard in the last few months. Over the last handful of months, I've been struggling with my knees. I've been having some knee pain here and there. I am 46. I've abused my knees and beat them up a lot. So I have to really kind of be conscious about what I do with skateboarding and snowboarding and other activities that I like so that I can keep doing the activities that I want to do. And so all this stuff on this little tiny mani pad that I have at my local, I think is really great because it's minimal impact. We're only talking coming down a curb that's only like 3 inches tall, maybe 4 at the most. And so that's really good for me. I'm really working on more balance rather than anything that's going to create any big impact for my knees. And with getting older and the way my body is, it's also really good to reduce impact in situations like this.
Tuck though.
That was a good tuck. It was a pretty good fall from that primo, but I'm always kind of proud of myself when I roll out of a fall really well and I'm like, okay, that didn't hurt at all and I did a good job falling. Falling is a skill. So in this first session, I'm just trying to get things back that I know I've had in the past. Regular manuals, nose manuals, things off the mani pad like nollie shove-its and stuff like that. And now let's look at some flat ground. I'm on the Andy Anderson board again because I still am a little bit unsure of what the role of this board is. Let's take a look at that heel flip again though. That's crazy. I actually caught it with the back foot and it didn't rock it. That's a rare thing. And for some reason on this Andy Anderson board, it really likes to heel flip for me the way I do heel flips. So I'm pretty happy about how that was going. And I did manage to get some kick flips on this day, and I swear those are a little bit different too on the Andy board. So here we are back to the Revive board that I'm riding now, trying some kick flips. Got an overflip there. Got a pretty decent catch on that one. And on that one, I accidentally land in manual for a split second, and we're going to talk about that more in a little bit. But another thing in the skate park that I was really excited to get back to is this little ledge, hubba ledge. It's a good size and it grinds well, it's made well. I like doing it up as a bump to ledge and I like doing the flat section down, and I do backside 50/50s on it coming down. It's a good ledge. And since we were talking about balance, balancing how I ride and what I chase after, balancing tech tricks versus tricks that are kind of like big or on higher obstacles, that's something I have to really pay attention to as I keep skateboarding. I don't think this ledge is too bad. This ledge is about 12 inches high. I measured it just the other day. And here I'm just trying to get some things back that I know I had last year. Backside 50/50 was first. That was frontside 50/50. It was a little sloppy, but it was okay. There we got front nose. And for some reason, this bump to ledge, front nose is such a good trick on it. Like it fits the angle of the ledge and the way it slides and everything. Then I was working on back nose because I want to get better at it. And I think I did improve a little bit. I got a little slide. I got a couple of them out to regular. I'm kind of happy with that. And then I came back up the ramp trying to do a trick back in, and most of the time all I got was an ollie, but I'm okay with that. So let's get one more front nose here, and then I'm going to go on to something new. If you watched my last video, I was at Woodward Copper trying to do nollie front tail. And so I finally decided, you know what? We're going to take that to yet another place, and I'm going to see if I can do it on a bump to ledge. And I'll tell you right now, I never got it, but this is good progress. I started to get it so that I could get the tail on there. I'm just really having trouble committing my weight to the tail foot because I'm coming up a bump to ledge. I'm going pretty fast, at least in my mind. And so I'm a little scared on this one, but at least I'm trying it. I am getting a little closer. Hopefully this is something I can develop in the future. I'm really just pleased that I'm trying it in yet another location in another way, that I'm taking nollie tail and applying it to a 12-inch ledge and one that's out of a bump to ledge. That's already a success. So then we're gonna go after another trick. You guys know I've been chasing after the crooked grind lately. This was harder than I thought on this ledge. I'm not really sure why, because the height of the ledge feels pretty good to me. 12 inches isn't so tall that I can't do it, but it did take a lot of tries. I ended up with a lot of those, the like nose grind to 50-50 accident that I keep doing. I did get a couple of decent grinds across it in a crook, but it was a lot more tries than I wish it was. And I guess there is one thing about this ledge that I'm not in love with, and that's how skinny it is, because if you fall over it, and you gotta like do a ninja roll out to try to cover up the fact that you look like an idiot. But this is all good progress because it's a crooked grind on a ledge that I've never done a crooked grind yet, so I'm happy that I'm still taking that to new places. So here we are with another session. I got a decent front shove there. It had some pop. I'm kind of happy about that. And then pop shove just so I can get both. And this lazy heel flip, but it's landed, so that's okay. And then I'm gonna work on a couple of kick flips. That one actually had some pop, so I'm okay with it. And then this one flips completely, landing's pretty good. So now what we're gonna do is do what I alluded to earlier. I wanna take the kick flip up the mani pad. I haven't done this since last year, and I haven't done it very many times. And I really want to take it up the mani pad because ever since I accidentally landed in like a manual, now I want to do kickflip manual. And this mani pad is the best place I can think of to try to do that for the first time because it's only a few inches high. So I got a few kickflips up the mani pad and I'm really pleased with that. And it didn't take a million tries. That one I felt like my weight was balanced pretty well. Could have happened if I got the flip better. And then on this one I slip out.
That's good. That's good. I flipped, I landed on the board. I was super far back. Too far, but that's good.
So I think that's my first step in the right direction. I landed back foot. I slipped out because I was leaning back too far, but at least I was on the back foot. So, you know, in the future, this is a long-term project because this is not something that's going to happen overnight. Hopefully, eventually I can get better at my kick flips, land on that back foot with my weight, and hold that manual. I just think it's great that the first day back on the mani pad trying kick flips up the mani pad that I haven't done since last year, I got it like 4 times, and so I'm pretty happy there. Then I've got to do another back 180 on the hip because I love it, and then followed by a half cab because that one feels really good too, and both of those were really clean. I was really happy with both those tricks. Then I'm going to chase after something I haven't done in a while. I've only done one of these successfully, and that's a full cab on the hip. This hip is harder to do it on for me because it's a little steeper than where I've done it before, but I was getting some pretty good half cab and then trying to swing the other end around on the wheels. It is, again, progress because I'm not very good at sliding on my wheels, but I was trying and got a couple close-ish ones. I just have a bunch of balance issues and haven't really worked this one out yet.
I should have landed and rolled away.
So I'm going after a kick flip here on the hip, and I get a couple of them. They're not great, but I'm just glad to get a couple landings on the hip with a kick flip. That one from before was weird. I almost immediately went into like a nollie shove. I wish I could have landed that. Now these few attempts here are where we're going back to talking about balance. This bigger ledge is 16 inches high. It's pretty big. It's hard for me to lock into it with just about anything. I tried some nose slides, I tried some 50s, and then I tried crook, and I nearly got a crook on it. I've never done a crook on anything near this high. And I didn't stick with it for a long time because I noticed that that was something that was starting to bring on some knee pain. So from that, I'm going to go back to the mani pad because it's so low impact. So when I say I need to balance things, I think I need to balance which obstacles I'm using and what tricks I'm trying to do on them. A 16-inch ledge might be a little too much for me until I can continue to build strength in my knees and get them back where I would like them to be. And then maybe I can get back to something that tall. But for now, the impact off of a 16-inch ledge is pretty big and is affecting me. But I don't mind it because my skate park has plenty of things I like to do. There, I should have tried to go into manual immediately out of that nollie shove. That would have been cool. But doing some of my favorite things here on the mani pad because there's so many things I can try to learn. And so here I am trying to remember some work that I did last year. I never really got this very well, but I'm trying to do fakie manual. Well, hang on. I'm not sure if it's fakie manual or if it's switch nose manual. It might be switch nose manual because I am doing a switch ollie onto the mani pad. It's more like a little rock up. I'm not doing a full ollie quite yet, but I'm building up to that. Eventually, it would be awesome if I could just pop fakie, go into that manual, and then pop back out. Here, what I wanted to do was simply get up on the mani pad and then get into the manual and then do that little nudge out thing because I've never successfully done it until this day. And the manual itself was feeling really good, and I got kind of obsessed with trying this. I spent close to an hour on just this manual thing and the nudge out so I could clean it up. I was really glad that I was able to get in that manual from rolling on the mani pad and getting close to getting that nudge out without having my front wheels clip on the way down. I had a few that were borderline. I think my wheels might have just caught the corner just a little bit, but this is finally the one I was really happy with. Definitely didn't clip the wheels there. And then sometimes when you're working on manuals and you fail the manual itself, you might as well work on some other stuff. And I got a funny little half cab there that I was actually pretty happy with too. And that's something for future as well. If I can manual toward the end of the mani pad, what can I do off? I'm always thinking about that kind of stuff. So like I said, as I move forward, I'm going to try to balance the tricks that I do, the objects that I use so that I can save my knees and keep on skating, but keep progressing at the same time. This is just me trying to keep those switch heels. Got a sketchy landing there, but I did get one. So as the season goes on, stay tuned for more progress, and we'll see you next time.